Good evening, ladies of Lash Luxury. I apologize for this very poor lighting, but I did feel it important to make this video for all of you. I've had a few people in the group message me asking me how it is I help women to choose basically what foundation shade, the concealer, and really how does this all work? How do we use these products so we can then explain to our customers and why they should buy them. So first of all, I'm going to post underneath this 2 images that I use that really help to basically get me to choose the right shade for these guys, or for the customers, not guys. Mind you, there might be some guys that want this stuff, right? Anyway, this is the one, the sheet. I don't know if you can see that. I use that one actually to help women to choose their foundations. It works phenomenally. The biggest question is, do they tan, do they burn, or both? If they tan, then you would look under where it says tan and then pick these 3 shades here, okay? If it's both, then these are the shades that they should be using. And this is a fail-proof system. It was shared actually to me by another presenter, and she says, you know, never had any problems with it. So I tried it, and honestly, I have had very happy customers with the choices of the shades. If you burn, then it's these 3 that you go with, okay? I don't know if all of you have tried the products or not, but Scarlet is super, super light, and honestly, I do not, unless they're like a true redhead and they have super pale skin, I would not suggest that as a foundation. I would go to the next one, which I think is Taffeta, right? Yeah, Taffeta. Taffeta is a beautiful color. Other than that, you pick the foundation first. Once you have that, then you can use this chart. This chart will actually help you to choose what concealer. The trick with the concealer, you want 1 or 2 shades lighter. Some say 3 shades lighter, but I find that's too much of a difference in color. So you would say it was chiffon, okay? I would go to either taffeta or velour. Do you know what I'm saying? So generally speaking, I say 1 shade lighter. That's what I go with. That's my opinion. That's what I do, and it works. You can decide for yourself. But I will post this also, a picture of this under this post. So take it, copy paste it, and then print it off or share it with your customers, whatever. But honestly, this system has worked so well for me, I figure I need to share this with you guys. Now the other question is, do you put concealer on before the foundation or do you put it on after the foundation? If they're covering really bad acne scars, really, really dark circles, or something like a pimple that's really red, I suggest to put the concealer, and by using our concealer brush, I strongly advise women to use that because it puts it on fantastically, and I'll show you a demonstration what I use after. But they take the brush, and all I do is I get them to drop a bit of the concealer, and I apologize if this video might be long. I wanted it to be short, but I want all of you to know what I do, and it works, and I'd like to share that with you all. So I just get them to, you know, you take a little bit of the concealer there, and I always start here and just sort of dab. Now this is if somebody's got really dark circles, right? So before they put the foundation on. And always make sure that they use the primer before doing any of this. Our Glorious Primer is what's going to help all of this stuff to make up to, not stuff, but makeup to actually adhere and last longer. And not only that, it protects the skin so that this makeup isn't clogging their pores. Okay, so this is chiffon because I usually use satin as my, but see, wow, right? If I had a, you know, pimple here, you would just dab it there. If I had a scar here, I would just dab it there. Okay, that's just to give you that kind of appeal and how it looks and that effect. So I would get them to do this first, and then I'd get them to take their foundation. I have found with our foundation that you only need 8 drops to cover your whole face, and you don't need more than that, and you could maybe use less, I suppose, but I choose 8. And what I do, well, and always make sure they shake it because the product will actually separate. So So I just drop it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So that's essentially, I don't know if you can see that, 8 drops. I always use my powder puff brush. I love this brush. It's awesome because the foundation will actually dry into like a powder matte finish. The foundation's not going to clog up and get caught up in your brush, okay? And I'll show you, you know, how generally wet stuff would make it all sticky and the residue. So then I just get them to put on. Again, I have crappy lighting and I apologize really to you girls. And the trick is blending. You got to blend and tell them don't be afraid to blend. I usually tap, tap, tap and then sort of circular motions. I don't brush, okay? With the concealer and the foundation, no skin is one shade, right? So the trick is almost like contouring. So if you look at the difference, this is this side of my face, pretty awesome. And look at I have redness, I have a rosacea and whatnot on my cheeks, and you can't even see there. Okay, I just want to show you the difference. One side, happy side, sad side. And then they always say, well, you know, I want to contour. I don't like contouring with BB creams personally. I don't like BB creams for me, but it's shading, correct? So I always tell them beachfront bronzer, and you apply this, and I actually used, please tell me I brought it. I thought I brought it with me. Okay, so I actually use our blush brush, and I obviously did not bring it to this video, so I'm gonna just use this. And again, before I go into here, I just want to show you my brush after putting on that foundation. Isn't that awesome? And it gives you that sort of an airbrushed look too. So anyway, I take a bit of product, dab it, make sure that I don't have a ton on because it does come off easy on the brush, and then it's that 3 and then your E when you're applying this. And this, I always kind of go a little darker there, and then kind of to the side there a bit. And again, we're contouring, right? It's kind of hard to do it in this light. It might be a little bit too dark. But that's okay, because you can use your brush and just sort of blend it. That's how I demonstrate it to my customers, and that's how I show them how to use it. The other thing I like to do, and if I wanted to, say I had a red pimple, whatever, this is a point where you would put more of the concealer on. So if they don't have anything really, really dark to cover, then do foundation and then put the concealer on. Simple as that. And again, it's to each their own. This is what works for me. This is what works for my customers so far. I've had no issues with any of that. So blending buds. These are awesome, you guys, especially when I'm putting the concealer on. If I'm going to contour, and the other thing with contouring is, I'm jumping ahead of myself, but you just sort of, you take it again on your hand and place it sort of in the middle of your brow, and then strip line right down your nose, okay? And I'll show you how I use the blending buds. A little dot there and a little one on your chin heart there, okay? So trick with these, you don't rub, you just sort of dab and roll, okay? Dab and roll. If they feel it's too light, they can always take a little bit, and I dab and I roll. They can always take a little bit more foundation so that it's not such a big contrast, but other thing, beachfront bronzer, once I do that, okay, just a little bit right here on the side. Easier to do when you got your blusher brush versus this. It's just too big of a surface area. It's nice to have the blusher brush because it's thinner. Okay, and what's that going to do? It's going to elongate the nose, make it look thinner, make it, when you've got a wide nose, that really helps with that. Okay, that's really it. That's how I sell. And always have this. Let customers feel it. Let them see how awesome the primer is, you guys. The primer, also, just other uses for the primer, I have to wax right there on my lip. If I put this on after I wax, I don't get that, those little pimples. And why? Because this seals the pores. When you pull hair out, you've got now a hole basically in your face, correct? So you put this on and it seals it, no bacteria is getting in. This will protect people's face from any bacteria, especially people with very sensitive skin, who's larger pored people, people with fine lines, which we all have. It helps with that. So I hope this video helps. I hope you all are doing fantastic. I wish we were all in Jamaica, but we're not. Next year, right? We all got to get there next year. So guys, if you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to message me, add me as a friend to your Facebook, comment below this post I'm going to do, and I'd be more than happy to answer anything for any of you. You're all rocking out. I see a few of you starting your own parties, your groups. Fabulous. Let's kick this snot out of October. Remember, Christmas is coming, 2 more months. This is the busy time. Last year, you guys, I couldn't keep enough product around. People want it, and they want it today for gifts. They've got some sort of special thing they want to go to. They want to try the shadow, but they need it today. If you don't have it, you can't sell it to them. They'll find somebody else. Get some of the palettes in. Get several of these in. I have every shade available. And you know what? I'm actually going to take you and show you what I've done today. Because I've ordered so much product, and for people to see it, I want them to see what I have. And this is, whoa, where am I here? That's what I've set up today. I got a shelving unit, and I put all of my products and my books in there. I've ordered a whole bunch more. Sorry for taking you around with me. I've ordered a whole bunch more products so that I have it on hand, so that when people want this, they're going to be able to say, hey, I want to buy this. Can you help me pick a shade? I've got the shades. I can pick it with them. They can buy it. All I do is charge them the tax. I don't charge shipping, obviously, because when I purchase products, I always make sure I have 200 or more so that I get the free shipping. This video is longer than I wanted, guys, and I apologize for that. I hope you were able to learn something from this. I hope this helped you. But like I say, as far as our foundations go, our liquid foundation, concealer, use these. The other thing I always upsell is the fact that once you apply it, it lasts all day. But if you want to touch up, get our pressed powder and get it in the foundation shade. Whatever foundation shade they chose, if it was chiffon, then they should get the chiffon powder. And they can use the powder to just touch it up for themselves. It's fabulous. It's easy. It goes in their purse. They don't want to be carting this around in their purse and have it break. It's a glass bottle. But at least the powder will actually, and it's got the mirror, so you've got it in your purse. So, and that usually works too, and it's a fantastic idea. I mean, who wouldn't want that? So in saying that, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm home. I'm actually off for the next couple days. I've got lots of people coming over to see the products. I've got a few makeovers I'm doing. And I've got a grandchild that I get to hang out with tomorrow. So I got a busy couple days, but message me. When I have a moment, I'll definitely get back to you. So take care, everyone, and I hope if Lillian, if you're seeing this, you better give us pictures of Jamaica and the cruise, because we're all going next year. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.